MZ 250 cubic centimeters motorcycles are equipped with the EM 251 engine manufactured in several versions. In the following video film, we'll demonstrate the overhaul of such an engine by means of MZ special tools. Engine dismantling. The engine has been removed from the rolling chassis for overhaul. The gearbox oil is already drained. Unscrew the front clamping bolt first. And remove the fitting sleeve situated below by means of a suitable punch. After fixing the engine into the assembly device, unscrew the head fastenings and remove the cylinder head. Pull the cylinder. Shift the piston support below the piston skirt. After the circlips have been removed from the piston, press out the gudgeon pin by means of the pin remover. Gudgeon pin, piston, and needle bearing have to be removed. Dismount the gear shift lever. Unscrew the tachometer drive cap. Take out the adjusting plate and rubber O-ring. Unscrew the tachometer drive worm. Pull the connection hoses from the oil pump. Dismount the oil pump. The kickstarter assembly remains in the dismounted clutch cover. Remove the gasket. Fit the protection sleeve on the crankshaft pin and screw the clutch puller fully into the clutch thread. Pull off the clutch. Remove the primary transmission pinion with clutch center, needle bearing and spacer. Flatten the tap washer on the helical gear nut. Install the assembly bridge to block the helical gear. Unscrew the helical gear fastening nut. Pull the helical gear from the main shaft. Dismount the gear retaining lever. Unscrew the terminal plate and the socket head screw on the signal unit and remove the signal unit assembly. Unscrew the brush holder. Unscrew the 3 stator housing fastening screws and pull off the stator housing. Use the pulling spindle to withdraw the rotor from the crankshaft. Flatten the sprocket nut tap washer. Block the sprocket at the gear housing by means of the retainer. Pull off the sprocket. Unscrew the neutral gear indicator contact. Dismount the lay shaft sealing cap. Remove the shim. Push out all 3 rubber sealing plugs. Unscrew all 14 crankcase tightening screws. Unscrew the neutral gear stop plug and remove with spring and ball. Reclamp the crankcase fastenings. Fasten the assembly bridge with installed clutch puller and spindle by means of 2 screws to the right side shell. Simultaneously, screw both spindles home to split the crankcase. Make sure not to tilt the shell. Draw back the selector arm and pull out the gear shift shaft. Remove the selector fork rod washer. Lift out the lay shaft circlip and remove sealing cap and sealing disc. Use a soft metal punch to tap out both transmission shafts and selector fork cam. Lift out the complete transmission assembly. Fit the protection sleeve on the crankshaft pin and install the clutch puller. Fasten the assembly bridge to the left side shell. Force out the crankshaft from its bearing seat. Support the crankshaft with one hand. Lift out all circlips from the left side shell. Remove the oil guide disc. Use a punch to tap out the oil seal. Lift out the circlip from the right side shell and remove the oil seal. Dismount the circlip and oil guide disc. Use suitable punches to tap out the ball bearings from the heated up right side shell. Complete the pulling spindle and insert into the bearing. Install the assembly bridge and tighten the puller spindle into the spreading sleeve. Turn the nut and pull out the bearing 6203. Remove the bearing from the meanwhile heated up left side shell. Use the ball bearing puller to slide remaining ball bearings from the crankshaft. Dismantling of transmission assembly.